Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G and this is episode 59 of the University Challenge here at UCD, and today's episode will be a double header of league games against Waterford, away and home games against them in the league, and it's a top of the table clash as we are first and second in the league, and we'll get to what positions we are in a moment. But first of all, we'll catch up on the 3 league games played since the last episode, starting off with a game against Dundalk away, and let's have a look at the goal from this game. We were really poor in the first half of this game, and that was compounded by this free kick from Lewis for Dundalk that put them 1-0 up. Into the second half we did respond, played better, much better second half, and thankfully Conor McGlennon picked out Cian Murphy, who made it 1-1 just before the hour mark, got us back into the game. And now with 10 minutes to go, Malonga, who come off the bench, put a ball through Trevitt, picked out Conor McGlennon, he slotted home, and that was good enough for a 2-1 win away from home against Dundalk in a game that definitely at half time it looked like we were going to lose. We were really poor in that first half, but responded really well and took 3 points there in a good game away from home. Next game up was our first clash against Derry this season. Let's have a look at the highlights from that game. So this was a game against Derry at home, a game which probably had to take advantage of. I decided not to do an episode on this because we played Derry a lot and want to play them a lot this season in title deciding games, so this was one we did off camera, and it looked like we were going to go ahead here through Cian Murphy, but he missed a 1-on-1. This was just before half time. We started to put a bit of pressure on Derry, and then soon after that miss, we won the ball back from a long ball. Steedman picked out Conor McGlennon, who held up the ball, and then picked out George Gittow here, who made a real great run into the box, got held up but then got fouled by the Derry man. A penalty for us just before half time, and this was a real chance to strike a blow in the title race. Conor McGlennon stood up to take the penalty. We've seen him already this season slot one home, but this one was saved just before half time. A huge miss for us, and that let off Derry and was really disappointing. Second half, got a chance here. Nico Jones hit the crossbar from a corner, again letting Derry off, and at this point we were really putting Derry under pressure, but the game from there just seemed to fizzle out until 10 minutes from time here. Some good build-up play from Derry as they passed the ball around. We couldn't really get any pressure on them, and then a ball out wide here eventually goes back to the goalkeeper, plays it to the centre back, and he goes out wide, and we were at all 6s and 7s here, completely out of shape. Jack Byrne picks out Colin Whelan, and it looked like the club legend had come back to haunt us until the assistant's flag went up, and thankfully that goal was disallowed and the game finished 0-0. So first game against our big title rivals ends in a draw, a point shared, and we moved on then to the next game, which was against Shelbourne, and we'll have a look at the goals from that game. So this was a game with it being very close to the Waterford games. I decided to rotate the team, and it looked like it was going to cost us here when Shelbourne went 1-0 up. Ball over the top, Kinate probably a bit slow off his line, but nothing he could do about the finish. Great finish from Shelbourne. And we struggled in the second half still, so we emptied the bench, brought on all the main starters really, and Tommy Lonergan thankfully finishing a 1-on-1, which is a rarity for him lately. That made it 1-1, and back in the game we were. And then good link up play here, Casey McAteer, Tommy Lonergan picks out Dimitru, who came off the bench, and he put us 2-1 up, and thankfully the big names coming off the bench turned this game for us. And then with 3 minutes remaining we sealed all 3 points here away to Shelbourne. Great run from Casey McAteer, picked out Tommy Lonergan, and he slotted home again, and that was all 3 points sealed. We did rotate the team, but we got away with it, and was having flashbacks to that Galway game last season, but this was a game we turned around and took all 3 points, and those 3 points put us top of the table. We are now 1 point ahead of our opponents today, Waterford. Both played 7 games, and we are now just a point ahead of them. We are actually 5 points clear of Derry with a game in hand, so looking good in that respect. But today's challenge is to take on Waterford and hopefully stretch our advantage on them at the top of the table. Let's get to the lineup for the first game against Waterford. So here we are with the lineup for the first game against Waterford away from home, and we have to make one change. Dimitru has picked up an injury. He will be out for about 2 weeks, so he's going to miss both games against Waterford. Picked that up in training after we rested him against Shelbourne, and he only came off the bench, so a bit disappointing to pick up that injury. It does mean Ryan Trevitt comes into the team alongside Steedman. So the team in full will be Pickernell in goals, Gittow, Lamb, Jones and Ledwich as the back four, Sloggett, Steedman and Trevitt as the midfield three, McGlennon and McAteer on the wings, and Keane Murphy up front. So, top two going up against each other, just a point separating us from Waterford. Let's get to kick-off. On the way here in Waterford for this top of the table clash. Waterford have had a really good start of the season. They've only dropped points this season against Derry, so if we look at the table, we see they actually have 2 draws now. So they've dropped points lately. They had that great start to the season, and we've just got ahead of them in recent times as we get this first highlight of the game. A long ball played forward by their keeper, and they're straight through here. Oh, fires it well over. Terrible finish, but we got opened up by a simple ball over the top that really should be defending that a lot better. Let's hope we don't see much more of that throughout this game. Coming up to 6 minutes gone of the first half, it is 0-0 here, and another highlight starts with Ryan Trevitt. Free kick into the box to picks out McGlennon. Oh, he has it just over. So both teams have had good chances early on here with 7 minutes gone, but neither side taking them, and it stays 0-0. Throw in for George Gittow here. He throws it down to Conor McGlennon. 1-2 played. Gittow gets the line, gets the cross in towards McAteer. Heads it home. Brilliant. Casey McAteer gives us the lead here. Lovely little interplay there between Gittow and McGlennon on the wing, and then a fantastic cross from George Gittow, who has really improved his crossing this season. Lovely 1-2 here from the throw-in. Gittow gets to the byline. Lovely cross to the far post, and McAteer with a great header into the side of the net. And that's such an important goal because it gives us the lead here. His first goal for UCD there, Casey McAteer. 20 minutes gone, we're now 1-0 up. Ryan Trevitt with a free kick here, he goes for goal, fires it well over though. Ambitious effort from that far out, but with 27 minutes gone here, we are controlling this game, dominating possession, 1-0 up, and so far it's a great away performance here in the league. And as we hit the half hour mark, it stays 1-0 to us. Corner kick here, Ryan Trevitt to take it, aims it at the near post. Lamb, oh, heads it just over. Yet another chance for us, goes to begging. Really are creating a lot of chances in this game, but just not taking them, and 10 minutes of the first half remains, 1-0 to us. Half time here in Waterford, we stay 1-0 up. A really good first half performance from us. We've controlled possession, created lots of chances, took the goal when we needed to, and that is a good performance against a team battling with us to be top of the table. So a great first half. Now can we keep it up in the second half? Let's get to kick off for that second half. Back on the way here, and really happy with that first half performance now. Let's hope we don't let the levels drop like we've done so many times before when we're ahead. And here we have an early corner for us. Ryan Trevitt takes it, aims it for Jones. Oh, tipped onto the crossbar. No, just straight onto the crossbar. And another chance goes to begging. We look really dangerous from set pieces today, but we haven't been able to take advantage and get that second goal yet. But let's hope it's only a matter of time before it comes. Coming up now to 5 minutes gone off this second half. It's 1-0 to us. Another corner here, Ryan Trevitt aims it in towards McAteer. It's in. Nico Jones got there actually, and that is the set piece goal I was talking about. And that puts us 2-0 up here and in a really commanding position. Looked really dangerous from set pieces all day today. And Ryan Trevitt in, he beats McGlennon to it and he heads it in. Hits the crossbar I think on the way in. And that's a brilliant header from Nico Jones. He's looked dangerous from set pieces today and all season. And now 2-0 up, 53 minutes gone. Really commanding position now for us. 20 minutes to go here and still in a controlling position, 2-0 up. Made a few substitutions. Casey McAteer picked up an injury, so Malonga has come on for him. Tommy Lonigan on for Keane Murphy and Sean Brennan on for Steedman. But as I said, in control of this game, dominating possession, 2-0 up. Looks like we're going to stretch our advantage at the top of the table. Conor McGlennon picking the ball up here, running as man. What can he do? Gets to the byline. Can he get a cross in? No, cross is blocked. He'll get back to it though. McGlennon passes it back to Lamb. Sloggett. Brennan plays it through Tommy Lonigan. Malonga! Oh, he really should have finished that, Malonga. Brilliant play up there between him and Tommy Lonigan. That was a terrible finish, a real chance to make it 3-0. But with 10 minutes to go, 2-0 up. It looks like should be the 3 points for us. Into 4 minutes of injury time here at the end of this game, and it's been a brilliant away performance from us against the team closest to us in the table, who've started strongly this season, but again we've shown probably that we're just ahead of them. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt me now in the next match, but yeah, great away performance, big 3 points picked up, stretches the lead at the top of the table, and it's just all around a good night for us, and shows maybe this season we have started a lot stronger, and been able to pick up more wins. Only that draw against Derry and St Pat's, the two disappointing results at the start of the season. But there we go, final whistle blows here in Waterford, and another 3 points picked up. A quick look at the table, that puts us on to 20 points, and now 4 points clear of Waterford, 8 points clear of Derry with the same games played. So that is a big win for us, and it stretches our lead at the top of the table. So that's the first game against Waterford out of the way. Now for the return game at home in the league. So game 2 against Waterford, this time at home. One change we've been forced into is that Casey McAteer is out injured. It picked that knock up in the first game, hasn't recovered in time, so he's out. Malonga comes in, and I've made another change in that Tommy Lonigan is going to start up front ahead of Keane Murphy, who hasn't been playing well in the last few games, and Tommy Lonigan has been scoring goals, so let's see if we can do it from the start. Dimitru has been past fit enough to be on the bench. Hopefully we won't have to risk him in the game itself. So the team lineup in full is Pickernell in goals, a back four of Gitau, Lamb, Jones and Ledwich. Sloggett, Steedman and Trevor continue as the midfield three. Malonga on the left, McLennan on the right, and Tommy Lonigan up front. So can we get back-to-back wins against Waterford? Let's get the kick-off. On the way at the UCD Bowl for this second game against Waterford in the space of 3 days. Can we make it back-to-back wins and really open up a lead at the top of the table? Derry dropped points at the weekend too with a draw, so a chance to stretch our lead on them as well. So this would be a big win if we can make it another one against Waterford. Just need to put in that level of performance again. 5 minutes gone, it's 0-0. First highlight is a Waterford free kick here, hit into the far post, headed on to the crossbar and over. Oof, we got away with one there. Bad defending at the far post, but it hit the crossbar and went over. Thankfully it didn't go in, and that is the first threat in the 2 games we've really seen from Waterford, coming very close to going ahead here at the UCD Bowl. But 17 minutes gone, it's still 0-0. Throw in here for Ledwich with 3 minutes off this first half remaining. Not as good a performance from us as the away game, and we really struggled to break down Waterford. Hopefully maybe we can do it here. Sloggett on the ball, goes back to Nico Jones, back to Sloggett. Can he pick out Tommy Lonigan? He can. Is he through? Tommy Lonigan, great finish, and that's why he got back into the starting lineup. He's been in really good form when he's come on and when he's got a few starts, and that was a really good finish. Good build-up play. Greg Sloggett and Jones playing the ball between them, and then Sloggett took the chance when he got it to play the ball over the top, and a first time finish from Tommy Lonigan past the keeper puts us ahead with 3 minutes off the first half remaining. Half time here at the UCD Bowl, and that goal by Tommy Lonigan just before half time, putting a more positive look on a first half where we struggled to break Waterford down. Had a lot of the ball but wasn't creating many chances onto that moment where he slotted home and put us 1-0 up. So we're 45 minutes away from back-to-back wins against Waterford and continuing this great start to the league season. Let's get to the second half here at the UCD Bowl. Underway here for the second half, and that goal just before half time, a real boost for us and putting us so close now to back-to-back wins and really opening up a good lead at the top of the table, which we haven't done before. Even the season we won the title, we were always very close at the top of the table, so this could be a first time position for us if we can continue for 45 more minutes here and bring home another 3 points. 5 minutes gone though, 1-0 up. Free kick for Waterford here, well outside the range to shoot, but he takes the shot and Pickernell has to pull off. Probably a save for the cameras really from that distance, but he saves it, pushes it out for the corner, and now can we defend this corner in towards the far post, and Dimitru, who's come on, heads it clear, and now can we clear our lines. Another ball into the box, Sean Brennan, who has also come on, heading that one clear, but Waterford keeping hold of possession, and a ball over the top cuts out everyone, but it's headed straight at Pickernell. A really easy save there. He rolls it out to Jones and we hang on and are 1-0 up. As I said, a couple of substitutions made. Greg Lee is on for Ledwich, Dimitru and Sean Brennan on in the centre of midfield, and with an hour gone we stay 1-0 up. 15 minutes to go here, still 1-0 up and look to be in control of the game. A few substitutions made there. We brought Casper Nielsen on at right back and Harvey O'Brien in at centre back, just to have some fresh legs in that back line. You can see a lot of tired legs in the team. Of course, only a 3-day gap between these 2 games against Waterford, so you can see the effects of that starting to kick in late on in this game. With 10 minutes remaining though, we are 1-0 up and closing in on 6 points against Waterford. Into 4 minutes of injury time here. Closing in on this win would be a huge win to hold on for here. That goal just before half time from Tommy Lonigan, only difference between the two teams, hasn't been as good a performance as the away game, and maybe the short gap in the games affecting our performance. But it looks like we're going to come away with it unless we concede an injury time goal, which would be a real killer. Only a minute now off the injury time remaining, and it looks like we're going to do it. And hopefully, there we are, we're over the time now. Is the referee going to blow it up? Come on, ref. Yeah, there we go, final whistle. And a big win against Waterford, 1-0. 2 wins against them in the space of 3 days really is a fantastic spell at the start of this season, and probably our strongest start of the season since we've been here. And really good to see how we've done that. And now we really have set ourselves up to make a good title challenge. Now that we are top of the table and have built up a little bit of a lead. So there we go, 2 wins from 2 against Waterford, and that opens up a 7-point lead for us at the top of the table from Waterford, and it's actually a 10-point lead back to Derry. 9 games played, really strong position we've built ourselves up this season. I think what's really important is we haven't lost a game, but we also only drawn 2 games, 7 wins, really strong platform we've built. And now we've got to go, and this is a huge chance to win back this title after 2 years of finishing second. So we need to stay playing at this level if we're going to do it. In terms of the next episode, we're going to come back for a game against Derry away and Shelbourne at home. There are 8 league games to be played before them 2 games, so by then, or 7 league games I think, and a cup game, but by then we're really going to know where we are in the league, and facing off against Derry away, really big challenge for us. So that will be a real test of where we are in terms of, is this a genuine title chance. If you did enjoy today's video, please drop it a like. It'll really help it to be shown more on YouTube, new people to find it, and all that YouTube stuff. If you want to follow us on this challenge, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos, and it'd be great to have more people along for this journey with UCD. There is a playlist on the channel, and it does appear on the screen here at the end of the video if you want to catch up on anything we have done so far. So until the next video, when we take on Derry City and Shelbourne, please take it easy.